This is Rufford Abbey in Nottinghamshire, and this is a great place to see the changes that take place throughout our history. First, it was an abbey founded in 1146. Then, after the dissolution of the monasteries, it was converted into a country house in the later part of the 16th century. And finally, the house was mostly pulled down in the 1950s, and what's left sits in a 150-acre country park. After the dissolution, the 4th Earl of Shrewsbury was granted the estate, but it wasn't until the 6th Earl that a house started to be being built between the years of 1560 and 1590. The house passes to the Savile family through marriage in 1626 and stays in that family till it's sold piece by piece in the 1930s, before being purchased by the Nottinghamshire County Council in 1952, and they was later to pull the north and east wings down, which thankfully would have happened today. The carvings here are copies of the originals, which would have been part of the abbey before being used as decoration when the house was built. We are about to go into the cellar, which was where the abbey stored food and drink, and later when it was a country house it was also used as a storeroom. Now this wasn't here the last time I was here. This wasn't rediscovered until 2015, and it's a grave slab of Robert de Markham, a monk who was here at Rufford Abbey, and it dates from about 1399. Here we have a picture of John Savile, the first Baron of Savile. Just focus on the name there. And this one is George Charlotte, the first Marquess of Halifax, a couple of the family members that lived here. And in this room you really get the feel that this used to be an abbey. You can actually see the architecture here. Okay, so we're back outside now. The far door on the right there, that is where the cellar was, and above us, above the door there is how we stood a minute ago where the carvings were. Just a quick look at the notice board here to get a feel of what the house used to look like before some of it was pulled down. This tree is said to be planted by Charles II in memory of his father in the 1660s. We are now at the animal graves. A collection of dogs there. Bit of a close-up of one of the dogs. And the big one we're looking at now was one of the race horses. It said this horse won 20 out of 26 races. Just a few snowdrops here. Hopefully this means the warmer the weather is on its way. This area here were where members of the Savile family were buried. We're in a secluded spot here near to the house. There's the house over there. But the graves were moved in the 1930s to a nearby local church where they can still be seen today. This is the Broad Ride, constructed in 1730, and it would have been lined with beech trees originally down both sides. Lovely little place to go for a walk.